Bruno saw the back of 21, got another one now, man's got 22. Daniel James shirt numbers 21, got another one now, man's got 2 and 2. Marcus Rashford, that's my dog, and the bleach red Mancunian through and through. We gotta keep winning our games to stay in the hills of Pep and Man City like Jimmy Choo. Bruno saw the back of 21, got another one now, man's got 22. Daniel James shirt numbers 21, got another one now, man's got 2 and 2. Marcus Rashford, that's my dog, and the bleach red Mancunian through and through. We gotta keep winning our games to stay in the hills of Pep and Man City like Jimmy Choo. Whoop! Come on. Yo, this is your boy Therms. This is the OT'99 Banter Room where opinions get shared and smoke gets served. Bro, I am gassed today because Manchester United got 3 goals, Newcastle 1. Let's get into this thing. Yo, I'm so happy finally we're able to get 3 points back on the board, get back to winning ways. Look, I miss this. All of this drawing games, conceding the late goal, the early goals here and there was doing my nothing. I'm so happy that we were able to put Newcastle away. We started off rocky. I can't lie. I saw United coming out thinking, look, is this going to be another long game? I saw mistakes from confusion with De Gea. Do you know what I mean? I saw Fred passing back the ball, doing randomness, misplacing passes. We couldn't put 2-3 passes together without losing the ball. It was terrible, But United managed. I think what helped us is the goals. When United managed to get the first goal, get the second goal especially, it calmed us down a bit. And it just goes to show, man, instead of letting these teams come, look, Newcastle was giving us the high press. Why are we getting dominated in possession, getting pinned back by Newcastle? It's a joke. We shouldn't be left. We should never have that. Ever have that. Do you know what I mean? I feel we should be on the front foot. And when we're on the front foot, and when we're attacking, when we get them goals, it calms our nerves down a little bit more. We saw it in today's performance. It was great. You know what? And I must give a special shout out to Dan James, man. I have to give a special shout out. I saw the lineup and I was thinking, you know what? It ain't gonna hurt, man. Rest Greenwood, you can bring someone off the bench that can potentially turn the game. Even though, he's been on form like Greenwood, I was happy to see Dan James because he's been on recent decent form as well. He's getting in behind the position, he's creating chances, he's scoring goals now. He's got 2 and 2. You can't fault Sonic the Hedgehog, aka the Flash. He's on smoke, literally blowing down that wing, leaving smoke, dust, all of that smoke screen behind him. Do you know what I mean? And I have to give credit where it's due, man. Dan James, you're out of the starting lineup for a long time, holding bench, sometimes not even on bench. You're called upon, kept it professional, come back into the squad, you work hard, you run your socks off, and you get your rewards. And it's a lesson for every single player out there, you know what I mean? Just because you're holding bench, just because you're not in the starting lineup, keep working. I know it didn't happen with Lingard, but you know what? Lingard got his move to West Ham and he's living his best life. And I salute Lingard with a goal, you get me? Lingard's doing man favours as well, but that's another story to be told on another day. But you know what I mean? I'm happy because you saw today, teams are dropping points. Yesterday, teams are dropping points. You know what I mean? Liverpool dropped points for the first time in God knows how long. Against Everton, the Everton derby, the Merseyside derby, sorry. Liverpool went and dropped points. That's a good thing for us because Liverpool winning their next, if they won, beat Everton, and it could have been stormy Leicester as well. These teams are closing the gap. We're joint points with Leicester. Liverpool probably would have been 1 or 2 points behind United right now. It would have been stressful times, and especially when Manchester United's got to play Chelsea. In the next few games, you've got Chelsea, we've got West Ham, we've got City. You can't afford to drop points against Newcastle, do you know what I mean? Just like we couldn't afford to drop points against West Brom. So, but you know what? We did what we had to do, Teams like Liverpool dropped points and we capitalised off that, you know what I mean? Arsenal, I'm saying them in competition here, but it's always good to see when Arsenal drop points, you get me? I was hoping that Villa got something from Leicester, but Leicester pulled it out the bag again. Brendan Rodgers is doing his thing. But you know what I mean? It was more important that we won today and we got that victory. Rashford again, man. If I get into him, he's a guy that was very active. I know I complain about Rashford. It feels like weekly these days or daily, but Rashford's one of those people that is always creating, like he's always in a position, he's running into positions, he's getting himself into positions, he's getting himself into, goal scoring opportunities, albeit his, final pass or his decision making in the final third is not always great. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, he overdoes it. He runs, into like traffic, or like sometimes he doesn't do the easy things, well. He goes for the difficult stuff, but at least he's active. And you look at Martial. I just want him to be a lot more active. He's in a game against Newcastle. He's never looking like he's gonna score a goal really. And I don't know what's going on with Martial, because we're more than halfway through the season. Ollie's stuck by him. He's showing faith in him, and he's not giving he's not giving us the rewards. He's not repaying Ollie. And you know what I mean? And it's one of those things where you can imagine if Ollie benched him now from the start of the season. He got in Cavani, stuck with Cavani, and benched Martial. Martial would have been, and ahhing right now. He would have been. Like, but now you're getting your opportunity. Like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, so next time you get benched, or you get benched for a prolonged period of time, just think that Ollie did give you your opportunity. Did give you a lot of game time. Ollie's loyal. You have to give him that. He's loyal, and he's still hoping that Martial's gonna come good. We're all hoping that Martial comes good, but you know what I mean? It's just not happening at the moment. But we've got guys stepping up, man, like Bruno again. Do you know what I mean? He's got 22 goals in all comps. Like, come on, bro. Rashford's got 16. Like, it's crazy, because like you look at Rashford and you're just like, this guy, if all the complaining, all the stressed out, Rashford's giving me, I'm like, you got 16 goals in all competitions. Like, your best season was it 20 goals or something like that you got last season? You're 4 goals away, and you can get those 4 goals easily. Like, there's plenty of time left in the season. There's plenty of tournaments that we're still in. Rashford can break his goal scoring record, and it just goes to show the potential that guy's holding. You know what I mean? Like, he's not far off. Like, there's a bit of consistency, that little bit more of that salt baiting. Like, he's not far off being like someone you can start, comparing against, the best youngers out there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say that guy's name. It starts with an M, ends with an E, but because he's on another plane, but he would certainly be in that bracket, that crop, at least that next level of crop of youngsters that is, well, he's not young, he's like, what's he, 24? He's fairly young. Of guys that's doing his thing, like reliable, like one of the best like strikers out, but consistency is an issue. It's an issue. And I hope these guys are learning off Cavani and taking in all the lessons they can. Your Greenwoods, your Rashford, your Martial, because he's not going to be here forever. We're probably going to give him an extra year extension, and then that's it. But Ibrahimovic was here, and did they learn as much as they could have? I don't know. So I haven't got my hopes up with Cavani too tough. But yeah, man. But Rashford, I mean, I give you a stick here and there, but it's only because I know you can do better. And you know what I mean? You done well today. You beat the goalkeeper at his near post, powering that shot, nutsing guys, and it's what we want, man. It's what we want. Do you know what I mean? I was worried when I saw the lineup, because I saw like Cavani was out, Scotty is out as well, and I looked at this game today and I thought, okay, I can see why we play Scotty. Oh yeah, Donny was out as well, Donny van der Beek, but I can see why we play Scotty over guys like Matic. I think Scotty, to be fair, this may be controversial, not with the Matic thing, because I think he's a better midfielder at Matic now, only because like Matic is like past it, he's on a decline. Even though he's not on he's past his prime, should I say. But I think with Fred, Scott McTominay offers a bit more than Fred. Fred's got the tenacity, he runs up and down. Scotty's got a lot more. I think he's got a bit more, not a lot more. I think he's got a bit more to his game. He can drive forward with the ball. He can hit a shot. It's a lot more accurate than Fred's. Like, I don't know why Fred keeps shooting. He's not hitting the target. He gets goals. He's got the aerial presence. Scotty as well. So I can see why he gets in the team with the current crop of players that we got now. But hopefully, man, as the season progresses, our players start coming back, man. Because we've been really lucky with injuries, man. Now I'm seeing like Donny's out, Cavani's out, and that is not really nice to see. But Shaw Tyre, let me move on. Shaw Tyre, I'm glad to see him 17 years old, man. If you've been watching the under 23s, you'll know that Shaw Tyre has been killing it. Hugo, the striker for us, has been murking. Shaw Tyre has been murking. Amad Diallo went in there, done his thing, murked that as well. Hannibal Medbury, murked that as well. If I pronounce your name wrong, apologies. Like, these guys are doing well. And giving these guys an opportunity, even though it is a couple of minutes, Shaw Tyre, is doing well. You know what I mean? He's doing well. It's giving them confidence and faith that, they can go through the youth team, get on the bench, from the bench, get the few minutes, and hopefully they'll have the confidence that, I'm going to keep working hard. There's a route for me for progression. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I can be a first teamer if I keep going. But, the next person I really do think is in line from the youth setup, we've got loads of guys, but I think probably the next guy is James Gardner. So he was at Nottingham Forest, had that loan, didn't do too well over there. Don't think he was getting enough game time. Now he's at Watford. He's got a couple of man of the matches over there. He's doing well. So I reckon James Garner is probably going to be the next guy, to come into the Manchester United setup. I think he's probably one of the most advanced guys out there. Me personally thinking, he might be the next youth to probably solidify a spot in the team. That's what I'm thinking. Now, obviously, anything can happen. We could get, new signings that push him back. He may not apply himself. But at this present time, I'm thinking it's James Gardner. He's doing well on loan, and we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes, man. Hopefully, he does well. I like to see, the crop, our homegrown players coming through and establishing themselves. That's what we're all about. You know what I mean? You've got your Greenwoods doing it. You've got your Rashford that did it. You got your Brandon Williams that had his nice long run last season. We all like to see it, man. We like to see it. We've got more names now coming through, like Shaw Tyre now is starting to come through. We're seeing names. These are all homegrowns and Mancunians through and through. So, long live the homegrowns. You see it. But anyway, I just feel like United's doing well. We're pushing on. Do you know what I mean? We've got tough fixtures now. I think we've got Chelsea next. So this was a must win, and we've got the victory. And we just got to push on. We just got to push on to Chelsea now. It's going to be a tough game. They've gone through a little rut, in their latest game. We're looking at we're going through a little rut as well. You never know what you're going to get with these two teams. So it should be an interesting game. I'm probably predicting ahead of time, thinking it's going to be a draw. But if United can get that win, it'll be sick. It'll be sick. But you know what? It's onwards and upwards, man. It really is. Onwards and upwards, man. Who else had a really good game? Luke Shaw, man. Luke Shaw had a really good game. He's been certified, and I'm glad to see that, he's silencing the critics as well. Because who remembers when everyone was just like, Shaw's, his swag, he's not good, he's overweight. Look, if anyone watches Shaw, you'll know that, first of all, for a defender, a fullback, bombing up and down, you got to be really, you got to be one of the fittest guys on the pitch. Luke Shaw's bombing up and down that pitch, 90 minutes non-stop, getting forward, creating chances, overlapping, do you know what I mean? Trekking back, all of that stuff. And now people are seeing it. Do you understand? Now people are seeing that Luke Shaw's definitely, Luke Shaw is definitely going to be getting that call, do you know what I mean? From the England boss saying, you know what? I want you in the England squad. Because Luke Shaw right now is looking like one of the best defenders, left backs, or one of the best, fullbacks in the league right about now. Do you know what I mean? Luke Shaw, man, he's been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing, and he's been the most consistent guy outside of maybe Bruno Fernandes in Manchester United setup right now. He's very consistent, man, and I just rate him. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy with the performance, but I'm glad, like Dan James, like if I move to Dan James again, I'm glad that we utilised him a bit more and he got his just rewards. I feel like a lot of our attack was focused for majority of the game on the left hand side, because you got your Luke Shaws, you got Martial, who's naturally left anyway, you got Rashford, and the right side just gets left alone. But when that ball did get into the Dan James on that odd occasion, you saw him making runs. His final ball's not always the greatest, you know what I mean? Sometimes you wish he could just whip in that cross. Like there's one time where he took that extra touch, Do you know what I mean? When the defender slipped, he took that extra touch and it was just not ideal. You know, it's times where you just wish you can just at least drill it. If you can't whip in the, you know, the bender, just drill it. You know, hit it low and, you know, hope for the best like Valencia used to do. But, you know, he was getting into spaces, man. He was getting into spaces, and we want to see that, man. But I just feel like, you know, Diallo, I was hoping to see like, can Diallo, you know, come in and do something. He's a guy that can stand up, man up, beat them, you know, dribble past them, whip inside. So, you know, hopefully we'll get to see him soon. I feel like if the game was like, if he was in a position where he was 3-1 up much earlier in the game, then I think that we would have saw him at Diallo. I think like it was just, we had to make sure that we saw out the game. We didn't want to take any risks, rightly so, from Oli. So, yeah, man. I'm waiting to see Amad Diallo get some more minutes on the pitch, man. Not just a few minutes. I want to see what he can really do. You understand? But you know what? We got the 3 points, man. We got the 3 points. We're second in the league. Joint points with Leicester. Got a better goal difference. Got 3 more goals than City. Defense ain't all that in terms of goal difference. But you know what? We're identifying the areas in the pitch that we need. You know what I mean? We keep pushing on. We see where it takes us. You know what I mean? Like, you know, City's 10 points ahead. The gap is massive. But we just got to make sure that we don't drop any more points. I know it's a big ask, but the closer we are to City, the better chance we have of taking advantage of any points that they may potentially slip. We need to stay close to them. And you know what? Even if we don't win the Premier League, because a lot of people don't expect us to win the Premier League anyway, I want to see progression. So I want to see a better points tally. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the season, I want to see us finishing second at least. Do you understand? Like, it will be great if we won a trophy as well, because the team needs a trophy. You know, we're still in the FA Cup. You know, we're still in Europa League and stuff like that. There's trophies to play for. But, you know, us finishing second, would be great if we won a trophy. It will be progression for us. You know what I mean? Then we kick on. You know, you add your Shantos, you add your centre back, you add your DM if you can do it all in one season. Figure out what's going on with Pogba and you push on. But right now, I can't complain. Do you know what I mean? For the Oli outers, the Oli inners, you know, you have your opinions. You know, you're right to have your opinions. But we're progressing. And yeah, we may not be progressing in the tempo that, Manchester United, some Manchester United fans will want. Because obviously we're just used to glory a lot of the times. It's the Sir Alex sort of generation. We're used to winning. But you know what I mean? As long as we're making good progress, it's not like we're going from like, 6th to 5th or whatever it is, like, Mourinho or LVG days type things. Like, we're actually like finished 3rd under Oli. Now we're 2nd at the moment. Hopefully we can finish the season 2nd or higher. You know what I mean? And that's all, that's all we can ask, just keep pushing on. So yeah, man, it's another one. This is the OT'99 Banter Room. It's your boy Firms. Look, like, comment, subscribe,